Hello, everyone. We just wanted to do a recap episode so that way not everyone is left behind, as we're kind of far into this campaign and we necessarily didn't want to wait until the next campaign to actually, bring everyone up to speed. And I just figured, why not? Might as well.
Yeah, better just giving a recap than having to replay everything.
I mean, or about the first episode was like 10 sessions in at this point. So, I mean, yeah, because eventually, like, especially with doing this channel thing, I kind of want to keep going. And once we hit the end and we start up the new campaign, then I'll do a proper session 0, and then I'll do the whole kit and caboodle. But, yes, so let me turn down the audio. Radar to route. There we go. Oh man, we haven't seen most of these names in months.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, in my DM notes, I really went from, what's it called? I went from like being a storyteller in like the notes. It was like, oh, and then about like episode 6 or 7. My hands. Yeah. Oh, I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to do notes, bullet points of important stuff. Because I can kind of remember majority of the stuff.
Yeah, and going further now, we'll just be able to rewatch.
Yes. So, I mean, because like I usually label my notes as like the players, NPCs used or mentioned, and location. But for the sake of not spoiling anything, I'm not going to say the NPCs used or mentioned. So, but I'll say that in this one we had Dorth, Zessia, Aya, Yasui, and Phaedrus. We had another player, but unfortunately he had to step away. That was Aya. About episode 7, I believe.
Yeah.
And currently Lure now, or Dylan, however you want to say, he was originally a Githzari gentleman by Githzari? Yeah.
Yep.
Gentleman by the name of Dorth, who was a bard. And Moss, who you will see in the videos, was Zessia, I believe a druid Yanti.
Yes.
It's been a minute. I know I brought him up like a few episodes ago, but I was like, oh, it was rough. It was rough starting up.
It
But
really was.
I don't know if I want to read all this. You want to read it, or do you want me to just say like general? I mean, I'll give you an example. It was a rainy and stormy evening as the ship began to
that's
sway
way too much.
side to side. Each of the players were locked away with their faces covered to prevent any light or vision from being seen. A gentleman dressed in knight regalia, bearing the symbols of golden hands on his head and shoulders, released the mechanisms covering their faces.
I forgot you said all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit too much for a recap.
I mean, that's only one paragraph of episode 1.
And how many paragraphs you got?
Too many.
Seems to be the theme with you.
Yes. But Princess does have lore. I'm just letting you know.
Oh yeah.
I thought about it today. I was like, yeah, Princess definitely has lore.
Oh god.
So initially you all at the time were captured by the hands of the arbiters. And initially you were all like chained up. You had your heads like in these contraptions blocking vision, sight, smell, or anything like that. And eventually,
sack.
well, okay. So the model didn't really have a burlap sack at the time, so I just used a jar. It was a fancy ass jar.
Like a ship in a bottle.
So I don't know what to tell you. It was a fancy jar. I only got so much to work with with Hero Forge. But essentially you were all captured, and you had a gentleman wearing the Hands of the Arbiter outfit going around asking names and having a little half-elf dark-skinned boy by the name of Levy, presenting the crimes to each of one of you, why you were captured and why you were being charged.
Levy.
Levy. Mm-mm-mm. They'll find out here in the next few episodes recapped when I like catch up. We're not even there yet.
You'll find out more about him with Lure and Moss's background too.
You know, I really didn't like. I got all the notes from court, and I was just like, I'll fix this later. And I got to it, and I was like, damn, I just could not understand what was happening. It tried to like transcribe because I was gonna use the AI thing, but I told us like, hey, just grab whatever's on the screenshot of the piece of paper and send my way. And it just absolutely just fumbled the bag on that one. Anyways, getting off topic. They eventually said your crimes and the both of them left. And you five weren't the only ones that were captured, essentially. It was Laren, who was also there. I feel like this is unfair because you're kind of getting like firsthand from the horse's mouth what happened. You're like, wait, that's
Dude, I remember all this.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I remember Laren was on there. Dude, I remember more about the ship than everyone else.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little quiz later.
Yeah.
And you all eventually hear like a scuttle up top, and bursting through the door is Levy stabbed, and a cultist dressed in green. And at the time you didn't realize that it was a cultist of Kudzu, but now you do, who burst in. And this individual is a purple tiefling who did not give his name, but immediately ran to free Laren. And I believe Laren said something to the approach of, you'll see him again, or something like that in the future, that you can join him if your heart's desire, is what I wrote.
Yep.
Yep. And as
Sure
Levy's...
most of us were confused at that time.
Yes, but it's funny because it comes up.
Really does.
But Levy's like reaching out and he frees Zesia, and Zesia heals him, and she eventually frees everyone. And y'all take the time to get your stuff and eventually make your way. Well, actually, for a brief moment, you all try to like search for something, try to find any like idea of who captured you, of why you're here.
All at level 1.
All at level 1. I still don't regret how many enemies I threw at you at level 1. Because that was
I still
awesome.
PTSD.
That was awesome. I I was absolutely, I was like scared for you all, but I was like, this is D&D.
Scared, dude. It was terrifying.
It was awesome. There were so many cultists in this freaking boat. Oh,
not just that, the hands of the arbiters were there.
everything. Okay, we'll get to that. Let me get to that.
Yep.
So you all climb up to the second level of the boat, but it is not the top of the boat. And as you open the door into the main part, or like the sleeping quarters, you see hands of the arbiter there fighting some of the cultists. And the lizard folk individual, Aya, decided that he was going to strike the first individual he saw, and struck at the hands of the arbiter, who in my head as a DM was just like, oh, okay, just a little help. These are a lot of cultists in here. And hands. There were also hands too. But that's what you get when you fight everyone at the same time. And I should have realized that this little party is going to be a bunch of terrorists at the very first start.
Not all of us. Just some of us.
I stare. Sure.
Nah.
Sure. But
I did not condone the bunny's actions.
watch episode 2 out now by the time this comes out. And then you'll know what we're talking about.
It's a good episode.
Oh, I bet. You know, I didn't watch that episode.
No, we lived it.
Oh. Damn, you should really watch. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, go watch it.
So there were many, like actual hands, not hands of the arbiter, but just not decapitated hands, but severed hands that were undead and working with the cultists to essentially take over the ship. And after that battle, the party rested for a moment, but weary because
after we went down multiple times.
Oh, a few of you went down multiple times, and poor Levy got his throat cut by a crit. And
Dorth was trying to save or do something. He had a whole moment with him.
Yeah, Levy died.
And everything.
Yeah, Levy died.
Levy went bye-bye.
Levy mega dead. Yeah. And as y'all got up to the top of the ship,
I remember, like, well, I had plans for this character.
Yeah.
Point being had.
I did have plans for this character. All the good ones die off early.
Took a hit for Zessia.
He was
Dorth's wife.
Okay, look.
He was definitely flirting with Zessia.
He was not flirting with Zessia. Like, he got healed by Zessia, and he was like, I'm gonna repay the favor, and he got his throat slit by a crit. I was like, man, this poor little character. I was gonna do so much. He was gonna be a guide character. He's like, oh, this is the land of Vu-Shar, and then just
no guide,
dead. Died. Do not come back. You get to the top, and what you see is more Hands of the Arbiter fighting cultists, and at the very end of the ship, separated by a giant wall of green fire, was 2 giant zombie ogres fighting. And luckily, there was a escape boat that was on the side. You all eventually make your way without any harm, sailing off into the dark night.
Some of us were injured.
And then, like, in my notes, I put episode 1, part 2, because I think we took a little break, but it was just a lot of combat. It was a 6-hour episode.
Yeah, we did a extra long session then.
Yeah, we do like on and off extra long sessions. But yeah, I'm trying to cook and make sure that the lore and stuff is good, and making sure that
was the first session. We wanted to make sure everyone had fun and were able to get used to their characters.
Yeah, and then I think it turned out great. I think it was a good first session for me being a first time DM.
Oh yeah. Forever DM now.
Good and bad to that, but you know. But you all sail into the night, and as you get close to land, you didn't know it at the moment, but you sail towards the region of Grey Breeze, and I will pull that up real quick.
Grey Breeze.
Grey Breeze is wild.
That's
I don't.
floating.
It is.
It was crazy.
I had plans for that. Like, I have little tiny, like, parentheses beside these places, what they're like made for, what they're there. I made like 3 maps for just in case you actually got there. But then it's like you never went. I was like, okay, well, that's fine by me. They weren't really important anyways.
Oh, nighttime.
Yeah, it is nighttime. Let me fix that. On my end, I still don't see it, and it's raining. Stop the raining, but it's dark. I'm still
make it daytime.
I'm gonna make it daytime. I just can't see anything.
Look! There I am.
There you are.
Just so I can actually see the map.
I'll go up here. It's still dark, but once I load, I'll change it. But you arrived on like this most southwest of this place.
Like right there.
Yeah. And you found yourselves a little tavern to stay the night and slept. The next morning, you were all asking everyone about where you were and what was going on. And did we see this? Did we see that?
And then there was a crazy old man talking about goblins.
Yes, goblins coming to get him and his farm. Ooh, wait, can I see it now? No. Awesome. But
Do you want to get rid of the chat in the...
I cannot get rid of the chat.
Oh my... Is it just stuck loading?
Oh, See what you did.
Technical difficulties.
See what you did. No, that's like that. So when it's like watched, yeah. So it shows the rolls and stuff like. Yeah. But no, don't pull yourself over. Now you just ruined it.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, so you can die next session.
I ain't dying.
Keep acting like this. You just might.
Make note.
But a little gnome man by the name of Damador comes in and he's asking for help, saying that goblins are attacking his farm. And you all eventually like come together.
With some reluctance.
With some reluctance. You all come together and you decide to help him. And that he was going to pay.
I think getting Aya and the rabbit Phaedrus were the toughest.
Yeah. But you go to his farm and some of you make friends with the animals and the star, the dog, and with the donkey, who is actually a mule. And you get like various different stories saying that they stalk the little inlet that the farmer has his farm in. And to eventually night falls and you all get ready for goblins to invade.
At this point, from what the old man was telling us, was that the goblins were after his animals.
Yes. That's what happened. But
and that did not turn out to be the case.
Let me tell it. During at which you all waited and in preparation for the goblins to come in and ransack the place and attack the animals, you heard that inside the farmhouse a noise and the sound of struggling was coming out of it. And to which then you all realized that they were not there for the animals. They were in fact there for the farmer. A fight ensued, and many of the goblins were coming out of the various hillside around. And thus the fight.
Tough battle.
Yes, I put in my notes the fight was arduous. I had to make sure. Yasuri at the time made a false bargain with the goblin because he spoke goblin for some reason.
Still?
What? Speak goblin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you said, does he still have that bargain? It's like, hell no, that's been gone.
No.
That's been gone.
No, I just... Oh, no. I was just trying to remember when the last time we saw goblins. I remember.
They were still in Grey Breeze, from what you remember. But...
No. The last time we saw goblins was, in, Phandalin? No, that's Wizard of the Coast.
No, that was Pradium.
Palladium.
Pradium, yes.
Pradium.
But they weren't crazy. But we'll get to that.
No.
We'll get to that point.
They were funny.
Let's get to that point. We're not even halfway through episode 1 yet. And we got 9 more episodes to go through. The fight was arduous, and eventually this goblin shaman eventually abducted Damador and took him out of the fight, and the party was left taking care of the rest of that. To which they eventually defeated the goblins on the farm and saved the animals, but could not save the poor farmer. I just found it funny that Yasui at the time, I should have realized it then, made that deal with the goblin. He was like, peace. I was like, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He was gonna. It really felt like he was just gonna give us up.
I think almost every episode I feel that way. It's like, well.
Yeah.
But now I think the tides have turned, especially with these episodes.
I don't think so.
He kind of needs you because I don't think he's going to get nowhere.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think. I have no idea what's going to happen next session.
So, on to episode 2. We still have our same cast with Dorth, Jessia, Aya, Yasui, and Phaedrus. Before the party left the farmer's home, they gathered all the supplies that they could, and reassured the animals, personally talked to them to say that they would return the farmer to them. And searching for clues why the goblins had taken him, they found a picture of the farmer and his family as a potential lead. They said,
"Oh, we haven't talked. Hold on, we haven't talked about what all the characters have been searching for."
They've been searching for? Oh, I mean, yeah. I'll get to that after this episode.
Okay.
I mean, before we continue it, each were searching for their own goal after being abducted and getting away. Dorth and Zessia were looking for their lost children that seemed to have disappeared in the middle of the night. Aya was looking for a way back home in Ilmar, back to his daughter. Yusuri was on a quest for revenge to find out who had killed his family. And Phaetris was searching for answers about her beloved friend, Vi. And then, I mean, at this point, you can see that these are just like a bunch of ragtag, bunch of misfits. I forgot
it was rough.
It was rough. I would say, and I forgot to say like the climate and stuff for Grey Breeze. Essentially now getting your like bearings? Bearings?
Yeah, getting your bearings.
Grey Breeze is less inhabited than the other regions of Vu-Shar, but it is a land of untamed wilds and unpredictable character. Small settlements have taken root here, drawn by the region's isolation and quiet, far from the bustle of the larger districts. Unlike the industrious centers elsewhere, Grey Breeze's communities focus on meeting needs that no other region can provide: unique agriculture goods, rare herbs, and magical ingredients that grow only in its soil. Many who settle here call the land random, for one can never be certain what they might encounter. I think I look over to Lure and it's like, yeah.
I just realized, is that a wrecked ship?
Yeah, that you're never going back to. Hiya. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because of some people's choices.
Talk about you all are a party together.
I know. The choice I made back then may have screwed us.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Anyways.
Daytime.
With no central town or strong governing presence, the law is loosely upheld at best, and lawlessness is not uncommon. Survival often depends on carving out a place for oneself amidst the shifting order and chaos. The region's geography is defined by winding waterways that break the land into scattered forests and foothills. Though the soil is poor for traditional farming, oddities flourish here: rare minerals, strange plants, and other resources valued across Vu-Shar. Whispers persist that Grey Breeze alone harbors monsters said to slip through the hidden waterways into other regions. While authorities in Syra dismiss such claims, the people of Grey Breeze know the land holds secrets that few outsiders are willing to face. Yeah, I just wanted to give that little description. So continuing on to episode 2, a party sets out to determine where he had been taken. Damodar, as I refer to. They stop in the nearest town to ask where the disappearances have been occurring for some time or were recent. And this town is not really, noteworthy or out of the blue, but it was, I believe, Thicket Creek at the time.
I remember a Earth Ganassi.
Yeah, the Earth Ganassi farmer was just he was telling you just some general knowledge, but nothing really to point you in the right direction. And
we had a little shopping scene.
Yeah, with a bottle of soup that turned bad because nobody drank it. And then who has the shield? One of you were sold a shield with a lion on it.
No, not with.
No. Yeah, with a golden hand on
Yeah,
it.
with a golden hand.
Yeah.
Aya had it.
And I think
I
it was
don't know
eventually
who
came
has
down
it
to
now.
you after.
No, because I have a different shield.
Well, I think somebody has it. Anyways,
I think Yasui has it.
traveling off, they just heard that there is a cave that is known for strange things happening around. But as they were traveling during the night, the party encountered a mysterious automaton who claimed to serve a mysterious figure known as the Archiver. The automaton explained that the Archiver collected all manner of curiosities and was interested in the group, as they did not appear to be the type who would normally travel together in Vu-Shar. It claimed...
I was really interested.
Yes.
Specifically, one was Dorth's card, divination card.
Yes, which it's in Yusui's possession now, but
Yeah.
he needs to look at it because he has not looked at it since talking with his brother.
Oh no!
Yeah, but I'm gonna let him have that little crisis right there. Let's see. It claimed that they came to Defrutum. If they came to Defrutum, they would find the Archiver, in quotes, where the rats would go to play. It then vanished into the woods without a trace. During that next day.
Riften.
No. It's all original here, baby girl. It's all original.
Maybe a little inspiration.
Maybe a little, but like it didn't turn out that way. While traveling, the party was confronted by Avakrakra bandits who attempted to steal their belongings. A chase ensued as the group drove the wagon across the bridge, firing at the bandits above. Some of the bandits were killed in the exchange, while the rest briefly halted the party before fleeing. After the confrontation, the group chose to stop and rest for the night. So, that is episode 2. Moving on.
I'd also like to note, at this time, Dorth was the only healer. A bard being the only healer, and I did not have a lot of healing stuff.
That didn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't. Come on. Nah, it doesn't matter. Come on.
We were banged up pretty well.
You were okay.
Obviously not.
And this is with the same 5 of Dorth, Zessia, Aya, Yasui, and Phaedrus. During the night after the last encounter, Phaedrus awoke to the sound of carts and movement in the woods. In the morning, the party encountered a man named Richter Bellathorn. Richter spoke with the party and even attempted to read Dorth's mind. That was fun.
Oh yeah. Instead, I thought it'd be a little bit fun since Dorth was able to control his emotions pretty well. He just kept messing with Richter, just changing his emotions to everything.
Terror. Anyways, when the group arrived at the goblin-infested... Richter asked the party to help raid the stronghold, and they agreed. He explained that he needed to extract some people from the goblin-infested stronghold. When the group arrived at the stronghold, they broke through the front gates and began their assault. And there was a hefty amount of goblins in that.
Oh yeah, there were a lot.
Yeah. And I mean, Richter did have a bunch of people, mercenaries there with him helping.
All of them died.
They all died.
I think some of us went down once or twice. This is all just me, but Aya, being a tank, really did not tank.
Really,
he ran way too far forward.
He's not really here to defend himself. The mercenaries hired.
He's probably gonna watch this.
Maybe. Who knows? He might not. The mercenaries hired by Richter were killed after a few rounds of combat. That's in my notes, by the way. While attempting to use his magic, Richter suffered wounds caused by his own abilities. The party also took some hits, but when Dorth used a loud spell Thunderwave, he alerted several imps within the stronghold. That's in my notes.
Oh my god.
While the party was fighting the last few goblins, the imps revealed themselves and attacked, bringing a few members down. Dorth lost his hand during the initial clash with the imps. After the fighting ended, the party searched the battlefield for anything of value and took a short rest before entering the stronghold.
Yeah, anything of value. Dorth just stood there looking at his hand.
Oh, he was mangled. He was absolutely mangled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Gone.
What, they did necrotic on it?
I think so. I love those little imps.
Like they were the like scene in my head was they were coming for his eye because they were like stingers.
Uh-huh.
And he just put his hand in the way.
Yeah, and then it got taken.
Yeah, it took his right hand. Important right hand.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It was important to me.
Was it?
Yeah, because the left hand had the wedding ring.
I'm not going to spoil. You should know that little detail, but anyways, and then let me, because I will show.
Wasn't this also around the time? Or no, this was just soon after I got married.
Personal details I really don't want to divulge right now, but a little before.
Was it a little before? Okay.
No, this is after. Way after.
Okay.
This is way after. Let's see. Let me pull up my notes again. We're going on to episode 4 with the same 5. After breaking through the front door of the stronghold, the party, along with Richter, slowly crept through the dungeon, trying to find the ones they had came for. Moving through the left side of the dungeon, they found the first storage room. This one was a little... I had something else in mind, but I was like, there's demons in here now. There's fiends and like apparently showing up in this stronghold. There are goblins here now. So let's make it like extra creepy. And so this one, Yusui opened the door to find the a goblin slouched in a corner, mumbling to himself. As he got closer, he saw that the goblin was split down the middle with demon skin.
Todoroki.
No. I'm not making a goblin like that. After killing After killing the goblin, the party realized that some kind of dark magic was affecting the goblins. Moving farther down the hallway, they discovered a torture room and continued to the prison cells. They did not want to go in there. I was gonna put a magic item in there, but they said nope. They left.
With the half and half?
No, the half and half y'all just like murdered straight out.
Yeah, 2 went in, Dorth watched and went like, nope. Close the door right behind them.
Yeah, but then like there was a room that was a little bit further on that like a goblin was torturing somebody, and you're like, not my circus, not my monkeys, and y'all just left.
Nope.
I was gonna put something in
you.
there, like a little magic item or something. But nope.
No, thank you.
Nope.
We were trying to stay stealthy.
Yeah. But sorry, I'm reading again. After fighting the goblins at the entrance, they killed the wretches guarding the prisoners. So there was like wretches that were guarding the jail cells, and you were trying to figure out, like, how do we kill these? No, even before that, there was 2 rooms. There was one room right before the jail cell to where Yasui opened the door, and the Dretch looked at him with sleepy eyes and just did like a whole...
Oh, sorry.
He spoke in goblin, sorry, and he closed the door back, and I should have been like, he rolled well, why not? And then
went back to sleep.
And then the next room over, Yusui opened, but he kind of failed his check. It was too low because I did a thing to where if it's above a 10, they open the door silently, but if it's below a 10, they open the door loudly.
He rolled a what? Like super low.
It was super low. The door opened really loudly, like a fight ensued.
The other one that went back to sleep came out.
Yep, they all came out, had a little tussle in there. And then y'all fought the little dretches that were guarding the jail cells. So you freed the first prisoner, and you all found a tabaxi priest who offered healing through strange methods such as licking hands or administering a wet willy. Soon after, you saw that tabaxi priest leave the dungeon. I think I need to write him down. He was a cool character.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh, especially with who he served. He served Grace and Glory.
Yeah, he served Grace and Glory, but you didn't know that at the time.
No. Well, no, he told us. He told Dorth who he served.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah. So if any of the others remember that,
they won't. the 3 that are still alive.
It
2.
would be. It's gonna be so funny if Lure meets him, learns of how he heals. He's gonna like, that is not the way. What are you doing?
How do you know? You barely heal.
What are you talking about? I know how to heal.
You barely heal.
I try to save it because I can only use it once. I don't have an actual spell.
But you're like, I'm lined up. I can go in a straight line. I think I'm gonna stab him.
I'm gonna stab.
I think I'm gonna stab him.
I'm gonna charge a stab.
So, moving on to the next cell, they found a man who acted feral when thrown rations and was eating the flesh of a demon dretch. Once his cell was open, he looked at the party and scampered out of the dungeon. Actually, no, you did see him. You did see him.
Yes,
You did see him.
we did.
I wanted to make sure that was brought back. Not like too far.
Yeah.
Think about it. Damn, he had like a head start.
Yeah, he did.
When y'all found him.
Yet the moment we reached the town,
Oh.
he was there like minutes before.
Yeah, he was like dead. We'll get to it though. After that, the party opened the cell holding Richter's compatriot. Once released, he was healed by Zesia and Thor, so he could explain what had happened. He told the party.
Did not trust him.
Nope. To this day, she don't trust him. He told the party that the goblins were meddling with dark powers and that special prisoners were being held on the other side of the fortress. When questioned further, he mentioned that he saw dogs instead of dretches. He then left the dungeon to wait for Richter.
Yeah, he was standing guard.
He was standing guard.
And
And
he also had a little bit of purple going around.
just a little bit. I didn't write that in my notes, but like it definitely was weird that he saw dogs instead of dretches.
Yeah.
Returning to the entrance. Returning to the entrance, the party considered leaving as they were all low on health and resources.
No. You were missing something.
Oh, it's about to come
There's
up.
that blind old man who was in one of the cells.
Oh, I didn't think that was important.
And
Especially
there was a ghost.
Yeah, there was a ghost. There was one of the cells had a ghost and it just disappeared.
We were like, thank you.
Whoosh, and disappeared. And one had like an old man that was blind and deaf.
Dorth tried his hardest to be nice, give him food, water. He was like really skinny. Nah, he just kept slapping. He was a blind, deaf old man.
Mm-hmm. So, going back to the entrance, like I said, the party was considering leaving, not leaving. To which Aya heard his daughter calling to him from another hallway. Hearing this, he immediately sprinted down the hall, away from the party.
Anything.
As
just takes off.
The party chases him. They eventually found Aya staring at the deformed goblin boss, whose upper body had been replaced with demon skin. After killing the goblin, the creature looked at Aya and said "Papa" before collapsing. Further into the room, you all spotted Damodora lying in a jail cell. Entering the cell, you discovered that there was a transparent magic wall.
Yes.
To which, through it, you could see a sacrifice chamber filled with hundreds of goblins and dretches, watching and waiting for the ritual to proceed. And what this room was, it was like a giant podium with a gigantic
You want to
pit.
pull it up?
I don't have it.
Oh, no.
Yes. It was...
No.
Yeah, I'll just leave it to the audience's theater of the mind.
My God, it was awesome.
Yes. So the room was like a pedestal that was above water, essentially. This pinkish bubbling water, pinkish purplish bubbling water. And outside of this pit was like almost like an area to stand where hundreds of goblins were standing watching this happen, and they were all
like
chanting.
An outer rim.
Yeah. And there were like 3 people like head covered with actual burlap sacks, because Hero Forge actually put in burlap sacks at the time. all waiting, and what they saw was the goblin shaman from the farm about to push people in.
Oh.
So I could read you. Oh wow, it actually has the name that I don't want to say because you're a spoil.
Ah,
In the center of the chamber, the goblin shaman who had escaped with the farmer was performing sacrifices. He also was transformed with pinkish crystals. Behind him, a portal opened up and a succubus, a pit fiend, and a corrupted tiefling walked through. Seeing them, the corrupted tiefling told the shaman in Abyssal to sacrifice for Diablere. And mind you, anything in Abyssal at this time was translated by Richter Bellathorn, who's still with the party.
yeah, still with us.
The goblins on the
Thankfully.
platform fell. There were goblins also on the platform, started to fall one by one into the liquid below, and the three prisoners were pushed into the bubbling water, which also intensified. As the last prisoner fell, they screamed, "Please, I want to go back to my father." Wait, I don't know why. I don't know why I wrote that.
Dude, no, they said it. So we were all thinking that was someone's person. Dorth and Zessia were thinking that might have been their, or may have been their kid. They don't know.
Yeah, I was dingling the sad keys in front of you all at that point.
Yeah, you were.
Had to get you invested somehow. We were 4 episodes in at this
Get
point.
me started. This episode was the saddest.
Awesome. Where the goblins fell, spike demons rose from the liquid, and where the prisoners fell, pit demons emerged, showing their corruption. After they rose, they stepped aside to allow more sacrifices. Behind all of them, a portal opened as imps dragged out another masked figure. Placing the figure on the ground, the goblin ripped off the hood, saying enemies of the twin gods will suffer. The prisoner was revealed to be Swivel Bellathorn, Richter Bellathorn's brother. Seeing
this is where shit hit the fan.
Oh, it was so good. Seeing this, Richter screamed and Misty stepped onto the platform, blasting the modified goblin with arcane energy. Grabs his brother. He then Misty steps back into the cell, and I put literally like in this, the chase begins.
Yeah, it was a oh fuck, get out. While at this point, Yasui was like, try to get away from DM.
Yeah, he tried to get away.
Had to push him back.
As you can, you will see in the future and in a few of the episodes, these people like to fucking run away from the DM, and I have to hit the fucking space bar.
You must pause.
But during the escape, and when Richter teleported in through Misty Step and grabbed his brother, and Misty stepped back, the corrupted tiefling laughed and said, "The magical governor of Thalendra joins us."
Yay, lore!
Lore for like 5 seconds before the party started to flee.
Lore! Oh shit, run!
The party fled with Damodor, Richter, and Swivel. Damodor was lifted.
Oh, important. At this point, Zessia was wild shaped into a tiny snake.
Yes.
And was invisible.
Technically, not invisible, but
like,
she rolled really high on
nat
stealth.
Nat 20 stealth. Plus a 10. Plus a whatever her modifier. So she was at like 29.
Yeah. It was kind of cracked for a level 3.
Yeah, she was.
And so Damodor was lifted onto Aya's shoulders as they ran. As they escaped, the pit fiends began knocking down the wall through which the party had been observing. Nearing the exit, the fiends and goblins closed in behind them as Richter, his brother, Aya, Damodor, Richter's compatriot, and Phaedrus escaped. Yasui was shot in the back and fell. Zessia saw this and gave him a health potion, bringing him back up.
Hold on, I'm gonna take over this.
No.
Dude,
no.
This is my scene.
We're already about 45 minutes in, and I'm only on episode 4 out of 10. I know, but we got to get through this. You can say how emotional it was. Bad Zessia, so gave him the health potion, bringing him back up. Badly injured, Yasui was taken out of combat by Dorth. At this particular point, the party made a mistake in saying that this fucking encounter was too easy. Anyway.
I didn't say that.
Somebody at the party did. They said, this encounter is too easy.
I think it was Aya.
And I had to step in.
Remember.
However, one of the pit fiends casted hold creature onto Zessia, freezing her in place right before she could escape. While she was held, a fiend threw a fireball, knocking her down and causing her to lose an eye. While unconscious, Zesia saw images of her children and the home she and Dorth once shared. Something far better than her current situation. Dorth, realizing his wife was no longer running with the rest of the party, turned back to save her.
I will point out, this was really difficult to get you to give me that option.
Oh, that was the first ever implemented dire stakes roll.
Literally, it was a one or two.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, and I was like, this, in Dorth's mind, this is his responsibility. It's his wife. He will always be there for her. And oh my God, the dice really rolled well for that.
And they spoke. As she neared death, Dorth came back and eventually struck a deal with one of the pit fiends, offering his life in exchange for hers. Accepting the deal, the other pit fiend chasing them snapped his fingers and restored life to Zesia's body. Unwilling to run from her husband, Zesia and Dorth walked back into the fortress, with the demons following close behind.
Hand in hand. While everyone left us to fucking die.
Yes, and that's when we did a little special episode to where we made new characters for both Dylan and Court. And with that, like, I told myself, is like, if we lose more party members in the future, or if we gotta do another like episode to bring them in to where the story is, because everyone else now is still running and they haven't looked back at this point.
Yeah.
So now we are with just Lure and Moss. I labeled this as episode 4.5, but it's just another fucking episode. This was a back-to-back D&D weekend. But
it was great.
It was great. And the players this time are now who you see, Lure and Moss Terra. Both grew up. Actually, I will actually move it now because
you should move it.
Are in the region of the Fruitum now.
Oh, actually before that. Or no, because that happens in the next episode, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
And this was from a previous episode, and I got to change
Moss.
Yeah. Green leaves.
Hi, Moss.
Green leaves. Green leaves. Excuse me one moment. Bam. Get out of here. Why can't that clicker?
Bye, Moss.
Yeah, get out of here. And I can actually show Father Crean. I still have his token.
Oh, yes. Father Crean.
Father Crean.
Father Crean.
JK, never mind. He does not exist.
No.
I don't know what happened to him.
Bruh.
I don't know what happened to him. I promise.
Don't you still have him in
I do.
Forge?
I do, but it's just too much at this particular one. And you'll see why I'm not bringing him up. But both Moss and Terra grew up. Moss and Lure grew up in North of the Fruitum under the guise of Crean, an older orc man who was a head priest of the Church of Grace and Glory for quite some time. During their youth, they would come and go from the church. In that time, there would be two doors, essentially, in the Church of Grace and Glory. One that would be covered in this magical barrier. And the other door at the back end of the church would lead to the head priest's office. Younger at the time, I'd say around the ages of 4 or 5. Not really too much into the peculiar. Or the particular. Jeez, I cannot speak today. Oh, here's Green.
You good?
There's Green.
Green. There's Green. Hey, you found him.
I did find him. He loaded.
Ah.
Young at the time, the two were asked by Father Crean if what they wanted to do with their lives, and there was hints at the time that Lura wanted to stay with the church, while there was also hints for Moss that she wanted to go a different route. And both essentially asked, what were they? They were different from the other children. The other children didn't share this connection, didn't share this spark. Because they found that some individuals that they met in their travels, or that would come to the church, or just with each other, like hand-to-hand contact or some sort of skin contact, that this spark would go between their two bodies.
Like a really intense feeling.
Oh, I mean, like you would actually feel like a spark, not of electricity, but
Oh, I was thinking it was like a intense feeling.
oh, it's however you want to feel it. But I just didn't want it to be like to come off weird.
the spark of one's love. No.
No. But
No more.
But at the time, years went on, and the two were now about teenagers at the time. And Crean then asked again, with a little bit more seriousness to his voice, if they wanted to continue their past that they once thought. But going along, their childhood friend, Levy, and his mother, Jovel,
Levy.
were there.
Same guy who's dead.
Were there supporting, even when they were young, they would show up and provide support to the Church of Willi or the Church of Grace and Glory. But now, in this time, they're all teenagers, but Lure and Moss are these short little individuals, halfling assuming, essentially. I mean, spoiler alert, if you've already seen the few episodes there.
Episode 1.
Yeah, they are ASMRs. ASMRs. I'm calling them ASMRs because it's easier. To which, I mean, Levy would be taller than you. And you're all you all are like at the verge of deciding what you want to do with your lives. And Trevor Witt, a follower of the Church of Grace and Glory, an acolyte, like a pretty high-standing acolyte.
Pretty high up.
Yeah, pretty high up acolyte at the time. You know, you get bad vibes, but now as you talk with Lure the time, I'm just gonna say when you were teens and stuff. You notice that the door that was sealed behind the magical barrier was giving off this eerie ringing that no one else could really hear. But talking with Crean had pretty much the same conversation, that you're going to stick with the church and you might become, a pretty high standing acolyte. Outside, Moss and Levy were talking about each other's futures. Moss thinking that she wanted to do something different, and Levy was talking about moving away from the religious and more exploring the world.
Mm-hmm.
At that time,
did him.
Gawain Leaflong, a head priest of the Church of Willi, came by and introduced himself to the young Moss and gave her a symbol of the church, a hilt. To which...
Also, big spark.
A very big spark. When he handed off the hilt to her, their hands touched for a brief moment, and she felt a very big spark. There was a
Gawain
big...
Leaflong.
Yeah, there was a big spark with Gawain Leaflong. And he leaves away, and Moss sees him start to practice magic. And he's, you can see a little bit of a green glow coming off of his head as he walks away. And then she goes in to have her own conversation with... I think she was the first to have that conversation.
She went with Crean first.
Yeah. And then coming in, she was deciding about where she wanted to go. And I could repeat this so many times. But coming out, Trevor Witt decided to read her mind to see what she was talking with Crean about. To which he got some information, but not too much.
Especially since she rarely talks.
Yeah. And there was something special about this day, is that this day was the Gift of the Gods Day.
Woo!
Yes.
Gift gods.
Gift of the Gods Day. And I think at some point you were told that Swivel Bellathorn had a gift for you all?
Yes,
Yeah.
but he was going to meet us later.
Yeah. So,
So,
going about the town, you noticed various decorations being thrown into the air and people celebrating and getting ready because the Frutum is the only place to ever have snow in the region of Vu-Shar. And I will read the description of the Frutum. This is known as the capital city. The smallest and most central of Vu-Shar's region, the Frutum serves as the nation's true crossroads. Built upon a solitary mountain rising between vast rivers, the city and its surrounding settlements bring together people from every corner of the realm. Every inch of the Frutum is alive with life and purpose, for it is here that trade converges, cultures mingle, and the heartbeat of Vu-Shar keeps the nation in harmony. From the great heights, the Frutum enjoys an ultimate climate unlike any other region. It is the only land of Vu-Shar to see snowfall, an event celebrated every year with the Sinin Galur, the God's Gift Festival, or the Gift of the Gods. Held at the first fall of snow, ancient dwarves once played a vital role in shaping this mountain stronghold, leaving behind masterful lifts, stairways, and carved halls that still define its architecture today. The Frutum stands not only as a hub of commerce, but also as a living symbol of unity, where the diverse peoples of Vu-Shar gather to share, trade, and thrive together.
now, mind you, this whole town or this whole city is thousands of feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
It's expansive. Like the lifts just to get up to it. Whew.
So the festivities start, and you three walk throughout the town and eventually get to St. Nick's.
St. Nick.
St. Nick's. And this was a blacksmith shop with a jolly dwarf who made it a purpose to jolly up his establishment and make his beard seem like
Don't forget his-
snowflakes and candy cane appearing, or candy sticks as one may call them in the Frutum. And that's where the three met this little elf girl by the name of Y, who
With her
was
little pet rabbit waitress.
yes, saying that she was there to enjoy the festivities. And I believe she said that because her mother is sick, she would be here with her mother.
She used to go there with her mother, but her
Yeah.
mother's sick, so that's why she went alone.
Yeah, with Phaedrus in her hand. During which you all kind of mingle and talk. And I think didn't Levy, he was saying that he was going to leave and meet you all later.
Yeah.
Yeah. To which you two hear, I think, screaming in a far off alley.
Yeah.
And find a little particular fairy that is being jumped by bandits. Which you provide your assistance before a gentleman by the name of
I
Swivel.
couldn't land a hit at all.
Before Swivel Bellathorn appeared and provided aid. And essentially ended the fight. He then,
Penny
after
Portress.
that... What?
Penny
No.
Portress.
That is the name of the fairy. But,
Really well-known bard in the Frutum.
yes. But,
Worked with a man named Gorth?
yeah,
Borth?
Borth.
No one remembers him.
Yeah, nobody remembers him. He became irrelevant a long time ago.
Yeah, became a hermit or something.
Yeah, became a hermit or something. Then, with the promise of gifts, he took both you, well, Luber and Moss, to his little forge. And you saw all sorts of things. Various armors, a magnitude, various armaments, weapons. And just saw how vast he was working. And, he gives you your beloved lance, heart piercer. And he gives Moss some bracers. During which you all leave and you decide to come back to Defruton to unfortunately find that the Church of Grace and Glory itself is in shambles and Father Crean lying in a pool of his own blood. In which Father Trevor not Father Trevor, keep jumping the gun. Trevor comes in and sees. Moss also sees. And
Levy
also sees.
Levy. Oh, it was Levy was over Father Crean's body.
Oh, yes, that's right. Levy was over Father Crean's body. I'm so sorry. He was over. Sorry, I haven't translated the notes that were copied over. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's like, AI, you got a lot of things wrong for the piece of paper. I'd probably just go rest off my own mind. But, yeah, you come in and see that Levy is crying over the dead body of Crean.
Yep, and Trevor thought that Levy was the reason.
Yeah.
Or
Something to that extent.
something like that.
And the next day, you all hold his funeral, and his ashes get sent off into the wind. In which we skip a few more years until the present. Lure is training alone, and he's training some of the acolytes.
It was actually the recruited kids,
Well, actually,
young ones.
they were actually no, they were
They were kids.
they were kids, but they were planning to become acolytes.
Yeah, training to become acolytes, and at this point, the church turned more militarianism.
There was hints of that. The church was leaning that way.
Yeah.
And at this point, you were asked by Jovel, Levy's mother, along with Moss, to go find Levy. He has disappeared for weeks, with no sign or no call or anything to show that he's still alive. So, you and Moss, under the guidance of Father Trevor now and Jovel, use a spell to generally track his location back to Grey Breeze. And
That was how we got
not yet.
Lure and Moz. It was honestly, I think that's the best way to bring characters in.
Let's see. I do have Swivel. I will show Swivel.
Shrivel. Yeah, he's right there.
He's right there. Yeah, it's at the
Hey,
top.
Shrivel.
There's Swivel. And I do have Victor Bellathorn as well. I do have both the Bellathorn brothers.
Yeah. Was it at this point where we had
It's Richter.
where we had Aya drop out?
It was getting close, but
Yeah, I think it was the next session.
yeah, he dropped at episode 5, essentially.
Well, technically, this is 5.
Well, yes, but numbered 5.
After 5.
Yeah. And you make your way, the magical arrow points you towards a stronghold, but a few days out, you hear, about a day out, you hear an explosion.
Ginormous explosion.
Yes, and you go to that spot. Well, to anyone, that was the spot of where the stronghold was. But to them, all they saw was a massive crater with about residue of purple.
Yeah.
To which the search for Levy pointed them towards the town of Wolfsbane. As they arrived, they saw a crowd formed around this body of a were-tiger, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry.
A little bit weird.
No, I put in my notes half man, half bear.
No, he was half man, half tiger.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I must have changed it last second. of a were-tiger, bloodied and bleeding out in the mud. To which they go into a tavern and then arrive with the party. So now this is where episode 5 essentially comes in. For the party, they didn't realize that Dorothy and Zessia were left behind as they made their initial escape.
Assholes, not looking behind.
Yusui, however, still recovering from his wounds and knocked out from, the injuries, awakes to a vision of a pitch black realm with nothing in sight. He looks around and he sees the image of Zessia and Dorth pretty much against the demon's pitchforks. Behind him, or behind them, a figure in white slowly walks towards Yusui, asking if he feels sorry for their deaths. Yusui,
What's his fault?
Yusui, in Yusui fashion, states that the choice was theirs to make alone, and he does not feel sorry that they are gone. Yeah.
It was all his fault.
Yes, but seeing that Yusui was in pain, this individual, who now says his name, Solar, says that he can offer a deal for a favor in the future. Yusui agrees and shakes Solar's hand. Solar let Yusui know his name and vice versa. On the outside, made a deal with Solar. Awesome. On the outside, the cart is quiet. Richter, Swivel, Richter's companion, Aya, and Phaetrus sit quietly as to reflect on what happened during their day yesterday. Phaetrus remembered that during their escape, they saw the fortress explode into a purple-pink cloud that had a skull in the smoke. After leaving the area, the cart ride had been silent. Yusui laid himself on the cart bench and stayed asleep for the next few days after the fort. During the ride, Phaetrus saw that Yusui was shaking violently. In his vision, Yusui saw that wood, ivy, and vines started to encompass his body, and hearing a familiar voice telling him to fight it. Yusui wakes up to the pain of his injuries being gone, and Dorth's tarot card showing the image of Dorth and Zessia holding hands and going deeper into a black void.
Dude, not only was the ending of episode 4 made me cry, when you said that, I cried again.
The tarot card had the title The Lovers on it before the card's image faded away slowly. Yep. It was a good one. The travel of the party continued until night, as the party was a day away before the town of Wolfsbane. During that time, Yusui talked to the Bellathorns about what happened and told off Richter for going in with no plan and having other individuals be put in danger. Hint, hint, wink, wink. This most recent episode. Going in with no plan. Quick to make a 360 or 180 on that one, huh?
Well, was it Phaetrus yelling at him?
No, this is Yusui yelling at Richter for not having a plan.
Well, Yusui might be yelling at another person.
Well, y'all. Anyways, I'm jumping the gun here.
We'll find out. We'll find out next session.
Oh my god. Yusui also asked the two about the sacrifices and why they would do that, to which Yusui was told that they do not know why they would do that. I mean, I just pretty much repeated myself, but
You're just reading.
Yeah, I know. Getting from the conversation, Yusui asks about the tarot card and does not get any sort of magic that is negative or positive towards Yusui. During her watch...
When Phaetrus investigated it.
Yeah. During her watch, Phaetrus encountered an Aarakocra that stated that her son was murdered by the party and is giving them a few days to leave the region of Greyberries. Taking this warning with them, the party heads to Wolfsbane to talk about what had happened.
You're already in Greyberries.
I'm a little goofy here. I put a lot here.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I put a lot here. This one was kind of impactful too. Coming into the town, the party sees a group of people standing around a scuffle between a were-tiger and 2 of the town's guards. After the crowd disperses, the party sets the horses aside from the rain and leave them with one of Richter's men. One of the leaving with
The companion.
the companion
That Phaedrus never trusted.
and never trusted.
Was still suspicious of.
To take care of the horse. Horses? Horse? Eh.
Horse.
It was just a horse. Yeah. It was a singular horse that y'all got from the Amador.
It ain't princess.
That was not princess. Not yet.
It's not princess.
The precursor to
Y'all
a
find
princess.
out who princess is.
On the inside, the party talks about what had happened in the few days. Damador talks about his dealings with Gawain Leaflong and how it had affected him and his family. Being grateful, he gives Phaedrus the Stone of Good Luck. That was essentially the portrait that the party took. He took the family photo out of the portrait and smushed it to where it revealed the Stone of Good Luck. And says that he will take a caravan.
About getting rid of your family.
I know. So let's see. I will move this camera towards Wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane, Wolfsbane,
Wolfsbane, Wolfsbane,
Wolfsbane,
Wolfsbane. And says that he will take a caravan going south towards his home. Bumping 2 individuals, Moss and Lure, are then introduced and noticed by Swivel Bellathorn. Bringing them into the conversation, they let everyone know that they are there for finding Levy and that their spell led them here. The party lets them know that they watched as Levy was killed.
You know what? I'll point out. So the reason why we were brought there was because the spell we were using was tracking Levy's necklace.
Yes.
That when Levy died, Dorth had a little moment with him and was told to take his necklace to Levy's mom.
Yes. But when feeling her pocket, Phaedrus realized that the white glove in her pocket was wanting her to see it. As soon as she does, it opens its palm to see that Levy's necklace is there. Giving the necklace to them, the 2 are saddened that the truth is revealed. That poor Levy has been murdered.
Levy dead.
So have offered that him and the party are going off to Defrutum and that they are welcome to join. They agree, and Swivel and Richter both go away from the party to hold their own separate conversation. It's crazy that y'all didn't sit in and listen.
Yeah, no. You expect too much of us.
Yeah,
At this point, I think Phaedrus actually felt awkward and left to go spy on the companion that was just taking care of the horse.
Well, it's funny enough. Phaedrus learned that the newcomers have seen her before with why. She asked about what the conversation was about, and she was told that she is looking for healing. Yasui goes out and comes back with a healer's kit and the whole little thing. It wasn't really worth it. But the party afterwards sleep the day off. And then during the night, Phaedrus pulls out the white glove and holds it. And tries very hard to remember a memory. During, actually to her, she gets a memory revealed to her. She sees Y is dressing her in ribbons, giving her a hug, and slowly cries to herself.
Nope, a hug.
During the next few days, the party travels to Defrutum with no hitch. As they enter Defrutum, they enter the Saute Ite Defrutum. While traveling through, they encountered a magical riot that forced them to go through Ite Defrutum instead of Center Defrutum. Swivel explained that many people are upset that there are rumors of a bill to ban certain types of magic. Going through this district, they see a bunch of elves and a lot of support for them.
Want to get us back into Defrutum?
What?
You want to put us back into Defrutum?
Oh, I mean, now we gotta go to Defrutum.
Now we gotta go back to Defrutum.
Now we gotta go back to Defrutum. Defrutum.
And this was around the day of the God's Gift.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but thanks for spoiling.
You're welcome.
Going through the district, they see a bunch of elves and a lot of support for the Lady Thalindra. Leaving the district, the party enters Norte de Frutum. As they enter, they all book a tavern for the night, and Swivel says that the party should be taken out to Sword and Nyx to enjoy that this is the day of the gift of the gods. Aya then looks outside and then heads out the door without telling anyone where he is off to.
This is the time where he had to step away for reasons.
Yeah.
Personal reasons.
Yeah. On the notice board of the district, there is a poster about Father Cream and how he is gone but not forgotten. Seeing this, Lure puts his own imprint in the poster to signify that he too misses him. Signify. After trading materials with Nick, the party goes out and discusses the potential trickery of the Fae. At this point is kind of where it takes a turn. Yeah, this one one was definitely a long one. Yeah, this was another 6-hour session.
There was so much.
There was so much.
I'm pretty sure we didn't even get through it all.
No, it was split up in 2 sessions because it was a lot. Being bumped by a mysterious stranger, Moss felt an intense shock more than she ever felt before. Intrigued, Moss continued to follow this nearly invisible stranger away from the group. Following it, she arrived at the home of Jovel. Looking at the home, it seemed odd that Jovel's door was open with only a lantern lighting up the home. Getting closer into the home, Moss sees a figure in dark clothing standing alone just out of the light of the lantern, staring out at her. For Lure, he stepped away from the conversation at hand, and he hears a familiar voice of Yasu, this individual that he saw many years ago, who was just a brief image? Question mark. Was he there?
So,
who knows?
not what? Who knows?
He gave you a mysterious needle all those years ago.
Mysterious needle.
To which this figure told him to go back into the church. The rest of the party worried about Lure, but did not seem to notice that he was in distress. On the outside of the church, there was an illusionary image of the late Father Crean handing out presents. Looking at the church, Lure flashes back to the scene 5 years ago where the church is destroyed. Coming back to the present, Lure walks into a voice telling him now, it is time to go home. The voice continues, the Arbiter will lead you. I told you Yasu would lead you. I put in my notes, the needle gifted to Lure all of those years ago starts shaking violently to eventually point at the door that had the magical seal on it. The needle, using the knock spell, opened the door and was immediately greeted by the smell of blood and dark steps going deeper into the ground.
I don't wanna. Don't take it.
Yeah, take it.
I don't wanna.
Yeah,
go back, Lure.
Go back. No, please. No.
Don't do it.
No.
Go back.
Go back. Please. Go back.
I want to be monkey.
As she watches Lure walk away from the party, Phaedrus begins to feel the glove move in her pocket once more. Pulling it out, it gestures out its pointer finger in a direction for Phaedrus to follow. Following the direction of the glove, Phaedrus ends up to the local library where the glove began to motion her inside. After being explained by the librarian that they recently received new machines that helps one recall past memories, to which the machine was supplied by the followers of Cernès, the glove motioned her to the direction of the machines. Getting close to the machine, she inspects it to find nothing out of the ordinary. She then puts her eyes on the machine, and she starts to see the memory of why putting those ribbons on her ears before hugging her. As for Yusui, While following Phaedrus, Yusui spots one of the
Clap.
archive. Yeah, clap. This is when I tormented them with a clap.
God, every time you would just clap and
Yep.
switch to a different person.
Yeah.
At like the most important scene.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now. Just keep going with it. Oh, man. While following Phaedrus, Yusui spots one of the archiver's automatons right before it ducks its head into the alleyway. Making sure to keep an eye on it, Yusui begins his chase after the robot. Chasing the robot down the alley, they both turn to the point that Yusui loses contact. Looking back for a moment to the abandoned building that he had passed.
Why were you questioning?
I'm not questioning. I'm just like changing the mood. I don't want to be monotone the whole entire time. For a moment,
It hasn't really been monotone.
For a moment, he begins to see his childhood home with hearing his family talk behind the door. Breaking through the door, the vision begins to fade as the sight of the interior abandoned building greets him. The main room floor has scorch marks indicating a large, powerful magic blast that seems to have blown into the side room. Going into the side room, Yusui sees the magical blast residue and two skeletons holding hands. The skeletons are that of a turtle woman and a hobgoblin man. Beside them is the transaction notice for the sale of Laren for 45,000 gold pieces.
Laren. Remember that?
Yes. For Moss, the figure got closer into the light, revealing dark green robes. To which the figure then says that it has been a while and then sits down to talk. Asking about Gwen in the Church of Eli, the figure reacts with the mask of their face. What am I talking about? Reacts with a mask on their face. The figure then offers a deal since Moss is known to have left the Church of Grace and Glory. And I quote, "Do you ever notice that there's more the church doesn't want us to see? We're standing on one, not will I. One they keep erasing from the book, for that will take us back to our loved ones. You were always arrogant." The figure then states that the ASMR...
Moss arrogant?
The figure then states that the ASMR were taken away from the Arbiter. We were the closest family you had since you were with the fake church. Pulling the mask off his face, Levy reveals himself. It's about time we catch up.
Levy!
As Liver lands at the bottom of the steps, he is greeted with iron bars that block any movement forward. What are you doing right now? You paying attention?
Yes, I'm paying attention.
You ain't paying attention.
I gotta keep myself awake.
Awake? I'm recapping.
I know. I'm tired.
Oh my god. You land at the bottom of the steps.
I'm paying attention.
Lure. Looking as far as you can see in the dark, you saw a gape in the floor right before spouting blood dripping onto giant toes. So essentially, you saw giant toes and blood dripping onto them.
Giant toes.
As you lit your shield, you lifted up to see a giant Angeli standing before you. The giant creature had blood dripping from its eyes and its wings clipped to chains. As the light from the shield reaches the face of the creature, it begins screaming and shaking violently towards the direction of Lure. As the gigantic creature screams, it starts to glow. On other chains further into the dark chamber, a slow glow begins to come from other screaming individuals that have their wings clipped, and they begin screaming. One can assume that these are ASMRs that went missing long ago. Lure sticks his hand out to the giant Angeli to have it stop screaming. As it stares at him, Lure feels pain flow through his body that causes him to kneel on the ground, almost paralyzed. Lure questions to himself on what this is while watching as necrotic energy also flows from the gigantic creature. Behind Lure, coming from the stairs, a voice says, "It seems like a family reunion." After the voice says this, it commands Lure to stay so that he could not move. Father Trevor revealed himself on the right side of his body. And I quote, "The old man died for this. It's why we kept the door from you. Told you it was heritage that made Kreen a bastard for those lies. Trevor reveals that he believes in the power of kudzu, and that he also tells Lure that he is one of the last few of the ASMRs because the High Church of Syra demanded for it to be so. Thought you came from inside within the Arbor to defy human nature. After finishing that statement, he lowers his eye patch to reveal wood and vines coming out and swirling around.
God.
Yes.
Dude, this was like nightmare fuel.
Pretty
Pretty sure I actually had a nightmare on
did
it.
Did you have a nightmare on it?
I don't remember. It was a while ago, but I think I did.
Good.
Or at least I had a dream of it.
Good. That's the point. Continuing to focusing on the memory.
For me to not sleep well?
Jackass. Good. Phaedra sees that while hugging her, Y coughs up some blood on her hand. As the memory gets faded away and the kaleidoscope colors begin to fill her vision, Phaedra sees Y's mother staring right at her. Her mother looks and says that if she doesn't hurry, that they will be late for Aunt Thalendra's party. She looks around while looking at the mirror and sees that she is in the body of her best friend, Y.
Also her owner.
Also her owner.
She's a rabbit.
She's a rabbit, yes. Looking down, she sees her rabbit self and picks her up and begins to follow her mother down the hallway. Going past...
Imagine just front paws up, and bottom legs just all the way out.
Going past the hallway and into the ballroom, she sees a plethora of guests converging and dancing together. She sees her aunt talking with a few people. At first, she notices a Jade Ganassi by the name of Gawain Leaflong, who is talking with her aunt. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't finish that sentence there. Noticing her, Gawain bows, and for a split second, she thought she saw horns on his head before he rises up again to say that it was a pleasure to meet her, before he's pushed off by another guest. While the guests are moving around, Thalendra bends down to greet Y. Oh, Phaedrus, Y. Who knows? I just lost my place.
Both.
And ask,
technically, she was in her arms.
and why she brought the rabbit out, and that it should have been kept in her room. She then tells her to go find her to find her mother. Father Kreen then comes up to Thalendra and introduces himself to her, signifying to Y that it is time to go. On the side, following her rabbit, she waits before an elf individual by the name of Laren comes up to her and asks why her aunt hasn't used her influence to find a cure for her mother. He even suggests that due to her aunt's status, due to her aunt's status, she might have some forbidden knowledge in the restricted section of her library. Before walking away, a purple tiefling individual comes to let Laren know that they must go. As for Yusui, exploring more of the abandoned home, Yusui goes into the room that is completely filled with mirrors that cover all of the walls. One of the mirrors calls him over in a familiar voice of his mother. Looking onto the mirror, he sees that she is holding the slain body of his younger brother. Blood is covering him and his mother, and she asked why he wasn't there. Why did he do it? Yusui denies that he
all know he killed him.
He denies that he was the one that slain them or even just abandoned them in their time of need. His mother did not like this response, and she walked further into the mirror with a black void covering her track. Another mirror calls his name, to which is his father. His father, angry, saying that he was a pain to raise and that he is a worthless son. Yusui arguing. His father stated,
really go for the throat.
His father stated that he was a coward and that it was all of the fault of his half-breed mother. His father...
He thought he was purebred.
Jesus. His father also walks deeper into the mirror into a black void. After this, all of the mirrors begin to shatter one by one, until one was left, which was showing a painting that was above a fireplace. In this portrait shows the family of Yasui many years ago. Yasui questions who this is, to which the individual reveals themselves to be his brother Yasu. His brother blamed him for the murder of their family and said that he will chase him down. He also said that he sent the hands after him, hands of the Arbiter, and that they would execute him. Due to their failure, he would now himself execute his brother. With the both arguing about what truly happened that night, Yasu rushed at the mirror right before his hand came out. Yasui swung his halberd at the mirror and crushed it before his brother made his way through. In with the shattered pieces of the mirror throughout the room, crystalline and mirror monsters pushed themselves from the floor and started to move themselves towards Yasui. Going back to the last bit of Moss.
Hold on. Pause real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm pretty sure this is where you got like really inspired and actually spending hours upon hours thinking of this campaign.
I think
and that's why you have so many notes about this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My notes are like extravagant and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I still think about hours upon hours of what to do.
I know. This is when it like fully fleshed in.
Yes.
This is when we said, forever DM.
Yeah, forever DM. And that's when I told everyone, I was just like, yeah, you're going to get fucked up in the fruitum. I wasn't lying.
We did.
I wasn't lying. So,
No.
with Levy continuing his one-sided conversation, stated, you know he wanted them all dead. With Solar, he's going to return and bring the shambles back to life. Bring families back to their homes with life. Moss, trying to use scholarly academics to reason with Levy. Levy retorts at the fact that she's been doing this ever since they were children. But he's always been the bookworm. Funny you bring scholarly academics to me. How do you know? Best to stay silent. They want to ban magic, but they're fools. It has been done for 300 years, resetting history, so it seems. Levy began to mock Moss for taking the scabbard from Gawain. Says that Gawain is a follower too. Made a deal with the Lindra long ago. Years of magical ignorance and religious stupidity coming together. They would have turned you into weapons. Nothing from me long ago until I was cut in the throat by those in my life now. Took me into the heart. I saw everything that could and would be. The fun future I get to make. Father Wit is on it too. He does his own spelling, making and failing. Kreen wanted to stop making us. I was one who didn't get heavenly touched until Kudzu. It definitely takes a minute. While explaining all this, he begins to sprout bone wings. Ma, still sitting in the chair she came in, smells warm blood in the other room, which puts her in shock and horror. It was essentially their adoptive mother, Jovel, laying dead and barely out of the lantern light. Levy stated that she deserved her fate, as she shunned him for not being one of the few to have the gift, saying, I paid her back. You cared about her with any semblance of love. That was just religious piety bullshit. With her blood still on his hands, Levy places his onto Moss. To her, a massive spike of pain flowed through his hand and into her shoulder. Naive woman, you never had a chance since you were conceived. Brought to Will-I because Gawain needed more in his army. Trevor never talked to him. He just made the botched creations. Grace or glory or what is left is about to go out. Join us. As though he is not giving her a choice, Levy uses Mage Hand to slowly close Moss's throat, dealing damage to her. Yeah, that was
in this session, your personality was just swapping so freaking quickly.
Yeah.
We were starting to question your sanity.
Yeah, just a little bit. Continuing his conversation, Trevor states, "You were one of the last to be made. Though like the stump of a tree, we could change that." Trevor then begins to read the mind of Lure and see thoughts of Father Crane. Though, he goes, "Isn't it great to be made in the great Mother Life's image?" Having enough, Trevor takes out his blade and begins to stab Lure in the side. Lure fights the pain that the Angeli is also afflicting onto him and eventually breaks from Trevor's spear.
I'm going to just say, this is another point where it was a dire stake roll.
Yes.
And this is literally session 2 I've ever had with Lure. And he said, if you fail this, he dies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
God.
Yeah, man.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. This is how I'm playing it, man.
Character super hyped about him, and he might actually severely die this session.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed him.
Yep.
The fuck?
Yep. That's how I play D&D. Yay. Anyways.
We did agree to this, though.
Oh, yeah. You absolutely agreed to it.
we absolutely.
I'm not holding back.
Nope.
As
it makes me worried for next session.
I like how like a few sessions, like 7 or so sessions like later, we have a fucking horse named Princess.
Yeah. Don't think that our chaoticness won't come through.
I mean, yeah.
It shows.
I mean, yeah.
Also, that's your fault.
I know it's my
fault.
fault.
Your fault. We got Princess.
You all. If you hadn't already seen it, you will see. You'll see.
Yeah.
As
watch it.
Technically episode 2, but as Lure broke free, he unleashed his necrotic shroud, causing Trevor not to come any closer. Due to being frightened, the two tried to exchange blows, but Lure knew that he could not beat Trevor. Lure escaped.
I couldn't fucking hit him, but my AC was too high. Hell yeah.
Lure escaped through the stairs he came from. He also noticed that Father Trevor did not follow him out. Not knowing where to go, Lure decided to make his way to the only place he knows, the home of Jovel and Levy. And that was the end of technical episode 5.
That was when we actually had to go. That was it for the day.
Yeah, it was a lot, especially for a 6-hour session. That was a lot. Yeah. And I put in my own notes, like, moving forward, we'll be doing bullet points to save sanity. And yeah.
You were like, literally, after the sessions, you were just writing all your notes.
Yeah, man.
And it's just taking away your time.
Yeah, I mean, I still write the notes too, but it's not as extravagant anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like I have ideas of what I want to say and what notes and what lore needs to be said. So I'll say it throughout the session. And then like I won't write it down essentially, or if it's something big, I will write it down. But if it's something like that, then I'll just have it in my head. Once it's said, then I'll put it in. So I will say that now Yasui runs. This is episode 6. Lure, Mosteria, Yasui, Phaetrus, and Aya are now in this episode. He comes back.
Yes, but not
fully, but it's not until a few more episodes that he kind of just.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For Yasui, he runs from the mirror creatures that resided in Laren's childhood home. He noticed that one of the Archiver's automatons beckoned him to follow. He follows the automaton to Norte de Frutum Library, seeing that it is in disarray. Walking inside, it looks like everything was destroyed besides the far back doors. Opening them, Yasui sees Phaetrus being protected by the glove that she carried with it, emitting a barrier to protect her from 2 dark black gaseous figures staring at her. I put ... That's crazy. ...
Wow.
The memory machine showed her the moment
Suspense.
that the Haragon Phaetrus was born. She witnessed through Y's eyes that the restricted book, giving Y information even though the book did not display any text to her through the memory. Then a flash of white blew through the memory, only for her to see through her own eyes again with Y lying unresponsive on the floor. Moments after hearing this, Thalendra opens the door with horror on her face, but a slight smile creeping on the edges of her mouth.
Creepy.
Creeping.
Wait, hold on. When was the? Because I'm gonna get off topic for this. Because this was hilarious to me. When did you say bust? Was it in the last?
It was in the last one.
You were talking about Thalendra's bust.
I was talking
as like a picture of her.
No, I was talking about the fucking statue. I was talking about the statue.
You were, but I took it different.
Yeah, you're like,
it was just like neuron activation.
Yeah, you're like, okay. No, that's not what I'm trying to do here.
Ooh.
That's not what I'm trying to do here. Oh my god.
Neuron activated.
Neuron activated. Ay. For Aya, walking for what seemed hours after leaving the tavern, he followed what he thought was his wife. He was led into the tavern known as the Skin Drunk, to which her form disappeared through the doors. He followed in to sit at a bar, refusing to drink, even though the bartender was pretty adamant that he drink.
Drink.
Then a gentleman in a dark cloak sat beside him and offered a drink. Refusing, the bar mistress stabbed him with a poison, telling him that he should have drank the alcohol. Aya,
what? You come to a bar that serves
drink?
alcohol and you don't drink?
You don't drink?
You getting stabbed.
You get stabbed.
What the hell?
Aya, stumbling and trying to fight back, sees that everyone in the bar had disappeared, leaving a man in a white cloak coming into the bar. Solar, the figure in white, sat next to Aya and made him a deal. A favor so that in return, Aya can have his wife come back to life. Shaking his hand, he saw that his body was covered in wood and vines that swallowed all of his body up to his face. At the last moment, his wife tells him to don't.
I forget, did he make the deal?
He did make the deal. For lure
listen to your wife, boy.
Yeah, listen to your wife.
Tip out there.
Yeah.
Want to be happy, listen to your wife.
No, I'm just kidding. Lure ran to the only place he knew after witnessing the nightmare he saw moments ago. Running to Jovel's door, he sees the lantern in the window was going strong. After banging on the door a few times, Jovel greeted him at the door and Lure went straight into her arms, hugging her tightly.
Dude, you tripped me up so hard with that. I wasn't gonna say anything during it, but I was like so confused, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna roll.
Yeah. Just go with it. Just go with it. And after a few moments of the hug, Lure felt a dagger go into the back of his neck. Ma saw Lure coming into the home, bursting into tears, of the levy disguised as Jovel. She intended to fight back, and unleashing her radiant wings, she broke through the chokehold that held her neck tightly. This flung back the disguised levy and Lure, to which the both followed a mysterious automaton that beckoned them to follow. With no other choice,
we ran.
And with a threat so close to them, they followed. The trip up was great. I knew because what was I gonna say? It's just like you see a disguised levy.
You see a disguised levy. no, the fucking disguise as Jovel.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
Then you actually like wonder, it's like, who the fuck is this?
And not just that, like I had to actually play along with it because I knew that it wasn't actually that. So I'm just giving myself a fucking toot of my own horn. I played that pretty fucking well.
Yeah, let's say you did. For Yusui, while watching these figures, he flung poison at them to see that it only went straight through them. Both of the figures turn around for a moment, and he saw the faces of Dorf and Zesia staring back at him.
Huh.
As they turn fully, they disappear, allowing for the glove to go limp and bringing the shield around Phaedrus down. Phaedrus was violently shaking, to which Yasui checked her pulse and tore her away from the machine. Though for Phaedrus, swallowing the memory machine, she wakes on a table looking around to see other rabbits that look like her, but with mismatched body parts scattered. On her right, she saw Y laying. Jumping up to her, she did not respond to any shoving or pushing. Eventually, Phaedrus grabbed one of Y's gloves and bolted as a corrupted tiefling entered. Sprinting down the hallway, she jumps out of the castle window and lands on a hay cart that is passing by. Looking back, the tiefling smiles and walks away. The memory machine then did something that it had not done before, and everything faded to black. Thalinja was staring at her, telling her that she needed to come home in a few days before Y would be killed. No.
Yeah, you
no.
want to make sure you say.
Do it now.
You need to watch
you
what
need
to.
Come home in a
Okay.
few days before Y would be killed. As slits of her face began to reveal demonic skin, Phaedrus was tore from the machine. Stunned and afraid, her and Yasui followed an automaton through the streets of Norte de Frutum, where the automaton jumped into the sewers. Following it down, the little machine held its arms in a circle to reveal a portal to which the both entered.
I imagine the portal's like a Doctor Strange, like circle around.
I imagine like a blue Rick and Morty portal. It's up to you. I mean, if you like,
Yeah.
you went through
Your
it. I
own-
don't think.
Your own theater of the mind.
Yeah, theater of the mind. I didn't really have like a little place for everything at the entire time.
The aperture portal.
Yeah.
Where's the white surface?
Coming back from his vision, Aya saw the true form of Cypranus. Staring back
That's a
at him.
hard name.
It is a hard name, and I made it up. This led for Cypranus to
Good
wonder
job.
if Aya had made the deal with Solar. Cypranus then informed Aya that the favor that he needed to do is to kill the seal keeper. Sitting there, Cypranus told Aya that he never left the assassin world and that his wife was to be engaged to Cypranus at one point. Cypranus made the remark that he cannot wait until Aya's wife gets reincarnated as well. He also made remarks that it was a part of the plan to keep Aya's family in the assassin world even though his wife was dead. His poison was so strong that it even killed a family of Yuan-Tis.
I wonder who.
Breaking through the wall of the tavern, Richter and Swivel Bellathorn had stunned all of the cultists in the room and grabbed Aya. Following the Bellathorns, the group ran after an automaton. The group reunited with Moss and Lura running as well, all following an automaton off a cliff into a portal.
Yeah, just how much trust do you have in these people? I guess I'll just jump off a cliff for them.
Just,
with no way of knowing that you're gonna survive.
better than the odds of what you were dealing with at the time.
Honestly, it would just be like, you know what? I'm gonna just end it. I can't handle this shit.
When coming,
what's that? A portal?
When coming through the portal, Yasumi and Phaedrus were greeted by the Archiver, and I will actually pull up the Archiver since I still have his token.
Woo!
Yay!
You better. He's gonna be. I'm pretty sure we might see him soon or later.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. You
Back up
might.
to you.
You might. There's
Archiver.
Archiver. Having a long day before them, they rested before the new day greeted them. This is like right before the rest of the group like tumbled in through a portal and like bam, 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 bam. To which, I mean, everyone was granted a long rest at the time.
Thank God.
During the night, Vasco used... Well, it turns out that for Yasui, his brother Vasco used a sending spell to call his brother and asked if he really did kill their family. And for that conversation, he told his brother that he did not.
Hold on. How was he told that? How did he find out that it was, Aya? I don't.
They have a little thing during, like, I'll get to it. During the
Okay.
night, a voice gently told Lure the phrase, "Told you," being the familiar voice of Yasu. Beatrice held her glove tighter and almost felt a presence place its hand on her, trying to comfort her through the night. And I think Moss just fell asleep.
Yeah, Masha just sleeping. She was in like the best bed she's ever been in.
Yeah, honk shoeing.
Actually, it was Lure who was honk shoeing because
You're like, ah.
I was
Yep.
just passed out.
During the night, Aya walked to the other beds to find Yasui, though Yasui standing at the corner of the room ready for someone to strike. As Aya grabs Yasui's throat, Yasui strikes his arm. Both talk about Yasui's mysterious title of Seal Keeper, and Yasui believes that Aya had signed a deal with Solar. Parentheses, fully knowing that he did the same. Aya feels,
I don't even know if he remembered that he did that.
I think he did, because it was like a major thing. It got brought up like twice.
Yeah.
Aya feels bad knowing that his poison hurt people, and that talking with Sui, there is potential that his poison was responsible for killing his family. Cutting Aya's arm, Yasui slept, and Aya slept. The shame. What the hell? And Aya kept the shame to himself for the night.
The shame?
The shame. The shame.
The shame.
In the morning, the group had asked the archiver a multitude of questions in regards to what they have seen. He answered some, but none that really could scratch the surface. The archiver asked that if they could do... could have dug deeper after the favor. The archiver asked that if they could do him a favor...
Not really.
He would be happy to provide answers. Well, I mean, we'll get to it. Taking the favor, the group decided that they would jump into the portal that the archiver kind of set out for him. Before leaving, Lure asked Richter about how he is doing, to which Richter responded, not Richter, Swivel. My notes are weird. They're both Bellathorns.
Notes are wrong.
Yeah, I know. My God, it's like I've been doing this for 6 episodes so far.
Yeah, you have 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Do better.
Yeah, how about fuck you? Lure asked Swivel about how he's doing, to which Swivel responded that those who deal favors with evil never come all right in the end. Going through the portal.
Yeah, I remember. I have it written down.
Yeah. I think you already got a glimpse of that so far.
Yeah.
I think I still have her considered. She is Marsh, the archiver's wife.
God, that lady.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long
She's
ago.
terrifying.
I know it is.
It really wasn't, but there's so much has happened.
Yeah. Man, it feels like forever since we did it. It just feels like yesterday, but it also feels like forever.
Well, to be fair, the past couple months have been going by really fast.
Yeah, absolutely. But coming through the portal, Marsh, the archiver's wife, stood and watched the party go into her realm. She mocked them and her husband
Bitch.
for coming into this realm. As she disappears, the group tries to follow but are attacked by demons. Yusui goes down for a moment and then doesn't sustain an injury, only being told in his head, "Remember," by a mysterious voice. After killing all the demons,
Bastard.
the group set out to the tower with the chance of possibly resting before making their way
Hold
up.
up. Don't skip over the demons.
The demons.
Pearl fire.
Okay, but look, there was one of them that's like
5D what?
I don't remember. 5D8, I think.
I think it was a 5D8.
I mean,
Fucking
demon licking his
Jesus.
lips.
Literally. And you crit on me twice. thinking, oh, I'd be fine. I got
You'll
a
be
high
fine.
AC of
You'll be fine.
19. I wasn't.
Luke is like,
I wasn't fine. I wonder, can I get my AC up if I get a shield +2?
You have a 19 or 20 AC.
I have a 19, which I can put Shield of Faith on myself and give a 21, but I'm usually putting on other people. So I want a better shield to. So they must roll super high.
So
You're just gonna keep critting on me.
yeah, I mean, because it's just all luck based, and the dice were like, we're gonna kill Lure. He didn't die last episode. We're gonna kill him this episode.
God.
3 episodes in.
Yeah. Fucking asshole.
Amen.
That's how the dice decided it, but
Yeah.
still not nice. Fucking hurl fire.
For this episode, for episode technically 7, the players lure Moss, Yasui, and Phaedrus. It starts off with.
And this is also when
I was about to say it.
Oh.
Aya walks back through the portal that you all came into without saying a word.
And I'll just say personal reasons and because of life, this player did have to step away, but
Me. Anyways.
Wow.
What? Me. That's what I'm saying. Me.
Meh.
Party then arrives into the tower to see memories of Marsh covered in shadow. They see that she was taken away from her sister. They see that she was found by the archiver, Abyssal, before he became the archiver. They saw that her husband cannot use his status to intervene in the lives of those around him. With that, she decided to go to Thalindra for help, to seek magical power that can help her take on those against her. Eventually, the archiver saw how it had affected her monstrously, to which she was sealed away in this pocket dimension. Continuing up, the party gets into an encounter with a giant white ooze. Man, that does not sound good. That is from
No.
I believe that is from Monsters of the Multiverse. Or that wasn't me being a deviant. That was from Monsters of the Multiverse. So
Yeah.
to which this white ooze took away
Jesus.
memories, and after defeating it and taking the short rest, the party restored their memories. And during this fight, they noticed that this giant white ooze would show images of themselves, of the ones that the white ooze absorbed the memories from.
Gotta fight a giant cum monster of me.
No. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
White ooze.
No, white ooze. Anyways, the party took their short rest with the help of a stone that the archiver had gifted them. Finally, going through, they realized that this is not a tower and that Marsh has almost full control of this little pocket dimension as they go up the stairs to see this giant, desolate land hellscape. Crossing a few bridges, they encounter Marsh praying at a giant shrine of Diablo Ray. Knowing that they were there to kill her, she transformed her demon form and vanished after pointing at the scared Yasui.
Yasui was like
Reggie.
Yasui at that point was really hoping to just sneak attack. Moss was hidden, looking like fucking bushes.
There's the demon
there
form.
she is.
Yes.
God.
Yep.
And it was a really chaotic time because
Oh, it was awesome.
Port was
so awesome.
screaming like she does because it's hilarious when she does it. But she was really hoping to just sneak up and attack, but she fucking disappeared.
Asham. Anyways, this still being the main party. This episode started off fighting with Marsh. She eventually charmed Phaedrus to where Phaedrus defended her with the charm. And let's see. The party fought her where, I mean, you already know how this is going to go. The party kills Marsh.
So things of note is, when Phaetrus was charmed, she said she's gonna prepare shocking grass for anyone that gets close, which actually worked out because when she was not charmed anymore, she was able to just turn around and just grab Marsh.
You know, I mean, that was up to the dice as well. That wasn't a dire stakes roll, but that was definitely up to the dice.
It was
on that.
pretty fucking poggers roll. oh, hold up. You know what? Let's go back, because I forgot. Hurl fire does it to Phaetrus. She's got like 12 hit points.
Okay, and
Hits her 6 damage.
yeah, but you, it's a crit.
Yeah. So this fucking does 6 fucking damage to the fucking weak ass wizard. She's been getting so lucky with her damage rolls, like getting damaged.
Oh, yeah. It's just luck. After
It's that rabbit foot.
it's the rabbit's foot that's on her feet. Before
I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna take it.
before she died, Marsh said that she smelled Diablo off of moss, eventually phasing through everyone to go back to the statue, and eventually saying the last word sorry before she fades off. The archiver eventually came back into this realm and said that this was the realm that the two got married in.
Wow.
Bringing them back to the archiver's lair. Well, I don't know.
I will say, the archiver's really kind of a douche for trapping his wife in the realm they got married in.
Okay, to be fair, she was evil, so...
Yeah, but still, it's kind of a douche thing to do.
If your wife was evil, I think you'd do the same thing.
No, she's my wife. I stick by her. I become evil with her.
I mean, you didn't kill her, so y'all killed her.
That's how marriage.
Anyways.
He told us to kill her. So,
Look, marriage is different. Marriage is different in this world.
Assassination.
Marriage is different.
Is it?
Yes.
Dorth and Zessia were pretty fucking good.
They were different.
Yeah, they had different values. They didn't come from Vu-Shar.
Yes. After being questioned about Marsh, the archiver then showed everyone what happened while they were gone, because in this time, what felt like hours to them was about a week, because time worked differently. So during that time, and being showed the various illusionary messages, Trevor Witt had decided that the church is going to arm up and move back to Syra after the attempt on his life by Lure. And essentially this announcement was made during the funeral for Jovel. Phaetrus saw the funeral of her friend Y, with Thalindra saying that they will find the culprit, whoever killed her. Yusui was shown that Pradium had been receiving refugees due to his hometown of Seal being destroyed by none other than him. Each had received a wanted poster for 50,000 gold.
Ah, we're the Straw Hat Pirates.
No. Y'all are going to be extra wanted after the terrorism. Anyways.
No! It wasn't me!
Anyways.
Watch episode 2.
Watch episode 2. You'll know. Yusui then grabs the archiver to tell him that he wants to dive deeper in his relationship with Solar. That was the little side thing that me and Yusui had.
Ow.
The archiver
that
was
little fucking bastard.
This is why I'm not having a secret talks anymore. Like we're gonna be all in the open about this. The archiver the archiver was hesitant in this, but told him that he would watch Yusui to see if hits the fan. If it hits the fan. Lure decided that he was going to change his armor so that he did not look like he was part of the church anymore.
Yeah, at that point, I was wearing gold and silver armor.
Yes.
The colors of grace and glory.
Grace and glory. After receiving a direct message from his brother, Yusui was determined to go to Pradium. After gearing up for the jeez Louise.
Is that your handwriting?
No, it's not handwriting, but it's just like, I think I did voice to copy these notes. And
God, that's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get your stutters. And
after Ruiz, no,
Yeah,
so
woof.
I think what it was saying is just after gearing up, you all decided to head to the region of Ilmar, which I will change to now.
Yay, Ilmar.
Yay, Ilmar.
Where
Shit
we're
is
getting
still
close
hitting the
to where everyone will be caught up.
Yes. I gotta turn off these lights. This is from the episode. Go watch it.
This is I think this is the last section, and then we actually started recording.
Yes. Light.
So we're almost there, people.
Almost there. We'll show the whole map of Ilmar. It is a
Almost
pretty
there.
long map. But for right now,
Yeah,
we're gonna
pretty long map.
we're gonna start at the bottom. That's where the story
Yeah.
continues. After the first day's travel, Moss receives a devastating nightmare of Gawain slowly turning evil. For the next day, the party arrived at Pradium during the middle of the night and snuck into the Lucky Rabbit, to where they stayed the night while struggling to get Yusui into the tavern. And this was an attempt because Yusui was told that his brother's over here and that by Vasco. Vasco told him to meet him in Pradium, but he didn't really give an exact.
Oh my God! And it was. we tossed down the rope, and it falls because for some reason I wasn't strong enough. I didn't roll well, and while Yasui's trying to climb, falls flat on his back in front of the tavern or the inn. Like he was trying to be sneaky. He was not sneaky at all. And then he had to shoot an arrow to get the rope back up to us. And then all three of us, it was actually Phaetris who was strong enough for somehow to get him into the room.
So, funny enough, I actually make a note about
Really
this.
dumb. Yes.
After the rest of the party left the tavern, Yusuri broke through a poor gift man's room to bust out the window.
Yeah, he's that's even more stupid.
Coming together,
Hey,
the party went to the drenched foot to find the
I need to talk about this. The fucking so the innkeeper goes, yeah, I saw you sneak people in. They weren't really well hidden outside of the inn. You're gonna need to leave. So I give him money, like I'm sorry for the trouble, and me and Moss leave. Phaetris, at this point, her character, she walked away from her computer, so she just wasn't responding. So we just pretended like she was just staring out the window, kind of like having Vietnam War flashbacks. And Yusui just goes, "Can anyone turn me invisible?" No response. Well, I'ma sneak out of here. Proceeds to go down the hall, try to listen in on doors, opens one up, turns around the corner in the room, sees a gift man taking a shower, and just decides, I'm gonna leave 10 gold right here, back up, just start running to the window, scares the gift man, he goes, ah! And jumps out the window, injuring himself.
Crazy.
we get up to some chaotic messes.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Fucking stupid. And we're just Moss and Lure were just in the alleyway waiting, and Yasui just jumps out, injuring himself, and acting like no one's gonna hear glass breaking.
He left the gold for him. So.
For the gift man, not the innkeeper, whose building it is.
Oh my god. Moving along.
So he just got like, sorry for scaring you in your bathtub. Here's money. Instead of paying the innkeeper. Like,
hey, 50,000 gold. And I said before doing that, it's like I don't think they were really worried about anything. Probably Yusui probably needed to hide his face, but I don't think they were worried about anything. They were keeping up with the refugees that were there. But coming together, the party went to the drenched foot to find the Kinku potato, who turned out to be very not liking those of Fey origin.
Let's just say his business said no Fey allowed.
No Fey allowed.
Yeah,
oh.
he's Fey.
Potato told the party that Vasco was not there. In the bar, a little girl by the name of Aya Wisteria had asked the party to go check her family's home.
That's not her name.
That is her name.
Aya
Wisteria? Yes, that is her name.
I'm trying to think.
That is the daughter of Aya Machado.
Aya?
Yes.
So family name first?
Yes. That was his own according. Anyways,
okay.
Yeah.
Japanese boy.
Had asked the party to go check her family's home. After leaving, the party had bumped into Thomas, the town mayor, who said that Vasco was at the south of Praedium. Following the trail, the party ended up at the home of Dorth and Zesia, to the surprise that the two were standing in front of their former home.
God, asshole. Beggar characters.
The last, the last one before the recordings. Episode 9, essentially. This one started off with Dorth and Zesia saying that Phaetris needs to come home to the region of Thalindra, and that she can save their children. After the two faded, a crab fiend attacked the party, to which the party swiftly killed it twice.
Twice. Yay.
After killing the fiend, they find Vasco lying down in cobwebs of the home. Getting him up, they go back to his house in Praedium. In his home, the party saw his two kids, Daichi and Karine, with his wife Elizabeth, pregnant, cooking for her family.
Oh my god, I forgot she was pregnant.
Yep. Afterwards, Vasco had talked with the party, to which he said that Yasui was seen killing the family and attacking the town of Seal. Leaving the discussion, Yasui and Vasco talk outside. The two talk about Yasui pleading that for his brother to believe him. To which, afterwards,
sorry, I just had a thought that I'm gonna share with you after this.
Okay.
But it's gonna be fucking dark.
Anyways, after the talk, Vasco said that he would only believe him if he went with him to see their former home of the town of Seal after it had been destroyed. Taking the quest, the party then slept. For the next few days of travel, the party finally arrived to the town of Seal and discovered that the town had been engulfed in vines, enormous vines. Going through smaller vines, they discovered dead bodies of cultists, acolytes of grace and glory, and various amount of commoners. Coming through, there was a common man stuck to a home with vines pinning him to the wall. While Lure wanted to help, Yasui killed the infested commoner just to find that one had grabbed his leg. During which a battle ensued.
Hold on. Let's just
point out
Uh-huh.
the dude wasn't actually infected until Yasui killed him.
Yep. Yep.
Like, what the hell?
During the battle with
More war crimes.
During the battle with some vine zombies and plant monstrosities, various faces appeared once the few were slayed, some being a part of the cult of Kudzu. And some very peculiar, but no trace of origin. Finally, with the battle over, the party started making their way to Yasui and Vascul's former home. And that is essentially it. That was about 2 hours of lore of what could be essentially accounted as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
and a half?
40, I would say about 48 hours worth of game time.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah, we did a lot. I mean, coming to this point, it felt, from the Fruitum to here, it was only about 6 episodes to
Dude,
like the
it
recording.
felt like it was shorter than that.
I know. It just.
It felt like it was only like 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm. And I just, man, how the time flies when you're having fun, and the web gets bigger, and I have more people that I forgot, and now I get to use again. Smile.
Oh God.
Yes, going through the notes is fun, and it has been a blast, and I hope I get to continue this for a whole lot longer, because you were still you're kind of technically not out of arc 2 yet.
Yeah.
So like I like everything up to the Fruitum to the archiver was actually killing Marsh was up to act 1 essentially. Act 2 is now from Marsh's death to, I think, a point that you'll get to soon, but I don't think next episode you'll get to.
I don't. I think next episode's gonna be a recover from the chaotic mess.
Yes.
Watch episode 2.
Yes. Fucking episode 2. These people gonna watch this. They ain't gonna sit through 2 hours and 17 minutes.
You get to learn who Princess is.
Yeah, Princess. Yeah.
Princess is awesome.
I fucking hate Princess.
It's all your fault.
I hate Princess. Oh my God.
You created Princess.
Anyways, well, I think that is
You're
it.
the one who said it.
I think that is it.
Yeah.
But I think that's where we're gonna end it. Catch y'all later.
See ya.
Bye bye.